Well, finally, guys, something that I have been requesting since 12 months ago has finally come, guys. It is some of Stadia's biggest news for the growth of the platform, as we now have our first free-to-play title on Stadia. Of course, I'm going to dive into that right away. We also got one of the 3 free demos back. We have a crap ton of Stadia sales for indie games, and Stadia has been doing some very, very interesting things in the background, and I think we could see new countries opening up here soon. We'll talk about all of that in this video, so make sure you hit that like button to help us find some more Stadians out there. Click that red subscribe button so you guys can keep up with daily content of Stadia and cloud gaming. But let's start this video with some of the biggest news of the year, and that is that Stadia has officially its first free-to-play game on the platform. I have been screaming from the rafters for the longest time to finally implement at least one game that people can play and completely demo this platform without spending a single dime. Here we go, as Destiny 2, the base game, will no longer be tied to the Pro subscription. You can now play Destiny 2 just by signing up for Stadia with your Gmail accounts. Now, this isn't a complete shock to see this title here, as it is free to play pretty much on every other platform, so this was definitely due. But if you look carefully on how things have been crafted lately, Stadia rolled out a bunch of features prior to the release, like Stadia messaging, family sharing, profile pages, better voice through microphones. That was something that was fixed on the back end that nobody even really realized. All of this was done knowing that more people were going to potentially be joining this platform. This has all been very carefully crafted for a while now, and I for one am very pleased to see how this has all been playing out. With that, I hope Stadia listens when I say this isn't exactly the title that will bring a giant influx of new people, because it is a title we pretty much see everywhere else. So now with that, I do hope that we see unique and fun games that will be free to play. For example, games like Super Bomberman R, or the new released Pac-Man game would be a great one. These special battle royale games literally scream casual friendly, and they're very easy to pick up and would be great additions to the free-to-play lineup. Krata is another title that I would love to see added to this list for permanence, because right now it is free, and I think it's a title that could potentially bring an influx of new players to the platform from the Minecraft community. But even guys, just even with Destiny 2, the fact that more countries will be seeing a release of Stadia very soon, which I'll talk about later in this video, even a game like Destiny 2 will attract a new influx of users from other countries. Overall, this is some of the best news that I've seen all year from Stadia. I am very glad that people from all walks of life will now have access to Stadia, and they can now fully demo this platform in full and just flat out see for themselves if this is the type of gaming and tech that works for them, or if it just plainly doesn't work. There will no longer be any more excuses here going forward, and I'm excited to see what potentially new people are going to have to say about Stadia here in the coming days, months, and years. So the good news didn't just end there for potentially free-to-play users, as it looks like Stadia has extended their agreement with Ubisoft, and the Immortals Phoenix Rising demo has made a comeback and will be available until December 21st, which is even 3 weeks after the game releases, which is perfect. Those who are interested in this title will have this exclusive demo and have that ability to gain that unique claimable item that you get when you beat the demo on Stadia. If you're not noticing, guys, Stadia is really making a push right now, and I really applaud this demo being extended longer. Hopefully though, people will get a chance to try this if they missed it the first go around, but well done. Though I will say I was confused as to why it left to begin with, but I'm glad it's back either way. Alright guys, this next section of the Stadia news is all about the games and sales. Let's start with Ghost Recon Wildlands, set to come Thursday, November 19th, which is Stadia's birthday. This is a title that I couldn't recommend more, but there is no price yet, so I am assuming it will be a very low price, just like how Far Cry 5 and New Dawn were. My only thing is Ubisoft Plus is launching by the end of this year. We have only about 6 or 7 weeks left as when this video was made, so I am presuming that this this will be part of Ubisoft Plus, which will cost $14.99 itself for the subscription service. So if you do plan on getting Ubisoft Plus, this game will be part of that. So I caution you on how you want to spend your money, and just think about that when you're deciding about your purchases here soon. Transitioning here to Mortal Kombat, it looks like MK11 Ultimate Edition will be in the store for $49.99 USD. It's a great game and one of my favorite fighting games of the past few years. We also did get a crap ton of sales that we'll quickly run through here. Krata Premium Edition is free right now for Pro members and apparently non-Pro members. Can someone go ahead and verify that for me down below? So you can claim this game essentially 100% free, which is really good to see, and it looks like you'll have about a week to go ahead and do that. Celeste comes in at $11.99. This is an amazing game that runs and plays well on Stadia and requires milliseconds of precision, and Stadia gets the job done, so I recommend it. Farming Simulator 19 at $27.99, as well as a bunch of DLC. I have no comment on this as I've never really dived into it fully. If you enjoy farming though, go for it. Gunsport coming in at a nice cheap price at $4.99. This is a great price for an indie game that just released this year as a first on Stadia title. Guilt at $14.99. 100% recommend this game if you haven't claimed it for Pro. This game is a steal and the lowest price for an amazing game that I've beaten from start to finish. Hello Neighbor at $14.99. That's alright. We have Kind $9.99. Not my favorite game, but an okay price. Kona is a dirt cheap $5.99 for an excellent title. Make sure you watch some gameplay though to see if it's your jam, because it is a different type of game. Lost Words Beyond the Page at $10.04 is an amazing price for a game that really will move you. Great title for the younger audience, so if you have children, they'll be able to learn a lot and enjoy a good story. Monster Boy comes in at $11.99, good price again. Relecta at $14.99 has my recommendation. Rock of Ages 3 Make and Break is a solid title. Serious Sam Collection at $19.49. Absolutely pick this one up if you want some mindless gun shooting, as well as Serious Sam 4 coming in at $29.99. We have Spitlings $11.99. This one I wish was slightly cheaper, maybe about $1. It's a great family party game and one of my favorite indie games of the year, and with the holidays coming up, it's a good one, so that has my recommendation. SteamWorld titles are complete steal here. They're so cheap. Pick them all up. They are high quality indie games, if not one of the highest quality on all of Stadia for indie titles. Strange Brigade is a bit pricey. I love it, but I think you'll see a better sale in the future. The Turing Test is a great price. Fun puzzle game. Thumper's another fun title that doesn't actually see many sales. I can't even remember the last time I've seen one. So here it is at $10 if you're interested. And last but not least, we have Windbound coming in at $22.49. It's a survival indie game coming in with its first discount. All in all, guys, we got a crap ton of games. I think the most I've ever seen at sale on once. Most of these are indie games and they are awesome sales. I'm overall very happy with most of it and most of today's news in general. My goodness, guys, Stadia has just been kicking butt. I mean, this is starting to become a weekly occurrence, and really there's just so much to talk about, so it's awesome to see. All right, and the last thing though that I do want to cover in this video is something that was found by a Reddit user, where the terms of agreement for Stadia have been updated for more languages, meaning that countries who have yet to see Stadia, well, I think they are about to see it pretty soon. When that is though, I can't really say, but this isn't the only case where we have seen updates to the languages of potentially more countries getting Stadia access. Not only that, but I've actually been getting DMs from people telling me that Stadia has updated in their apps to their language. So this has all been very recent, and I think if you're someone looking forward to seeing Stadia in the future, especially if you're from Romania, Slovakia, Hungary, I can't say this country here, Czechia, Portugal, Poland, and Switzerland, if you're from one of those countries that have been found so far to have these languages updated, I think you're going to have something to look forward to. Unfortunately, no word on other countries like India or Japan, which I have speculated on that yesterday, at least for Japan. So stay tuned, of course, but if you've been following this channel and just this entire video so far, especially in the last couple weeks, if you've been following my videos, guys, I've been telling you that Stadia has been preparing more and more people for more access to Stadia. I think we are seeing yet another sign here with this little gem found. So stay tuned like always, guys. If Stadia does release to more countries, I will let you guys know. And with all that, guys, let me know down in the comments your thoughts on any of today's Stadia news. From the news of the free-to-play title to the game sales and the more countries, I am very curious to hear what you all have to say. I do read every single comment, so make sure you hit that like button. Support the video, guys, by subscribing as well to the channel, as I do daily Stadia and cloud gaming content. I'm Sunny, and like always, I'll see you guys in the cloud.